hello, and welcome to the Wow Chaingang. Swimming's only Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day if you have Valentine. If you don't, then do you know what? You need to find your mum to get a card and send it to you. A bit like my mum used to do, because I never used to have a girlfriend when I was a kid. So therefore, my mum was to take pity on me. Isn't that a really sad story? And it's sadly true. It didn't last very long, honest. Okay, let's get away from things like that, and let's get on to the right, because we are heading into the classic Wow Chaingang here on Full Speed Events, supported by, powered by, run by Full Speed Events, and mostly done by At Biking Emma. You can see right up there. There we go. At Biking Emma is indeed who is on the route today. She's going to be our red beacon. Now they're already up and underway. They're just starting off on their first loop. So whilst they are getting themselves all together and getting themselves all into one place out on the route, time for me to show you where we are going at the moment. You don't forget you can follow Biking Emma. It's at Biking Emma and myself at Matt Fixer Payne on social media. So let's dive on to our route. As you can see, thanks to Zwift Hacks and of course to fellow viewer, these are our routes. This is where we are heading today. And this is the two village loop. It's three laps of the loop at the moment. So just going to keep a double check. Looks like one or two riders just doing a little bit of a late join at the moment. So maybe need to do a jump out and a jump back in again. So good to see the guys out and popping that out on the screen. So today, very easy. It's a circuit. We go out and round down into the flatlands of Mercury Islands. You can see that on the bottom of the graphic. That's the lowest part of the lowest graphic from VeloViewer. We then climb our way up and round. We go through the first village, we go through the second village. We do loops of each on the way round before we drop back down in through to the start finish banner. We're going to do this 3 times, the 3 lots of 12.8k, which will give us a virtual lap arch of 38.4 kilometers. That's our finish. Remember, the blue banner is always our warm down point. Warm down point is the blue banner. So we finish at the virtual arch. That is where you're sprinting to. You can see that position of that arch. It's the orange square on the map. Top right hand side is that virtual lap arch that we are going for. So please make sure you know where that finishes. You'll see it as you come in and round. Now let's head out on to the route. You can see already that our riders just over there, can't get on the right side of me today, because our cameras are just having a little bit of reversing around. They're having a little bit of a moment, all of their own. Both cameras in here, they're having a Valentine's moment. They're looking at each other in their eyes. They're not looking where they need to be, which is me. Or, just as importantly, out there. So, at the moment, you can see our riders are up and riding. We have Emma from Full Speed Events, our red beacon. We have Tracy Seeley as our yellow beacon. The riders are already underway. Let's dive on in with them here on the Chaingang. So we're in with the riders. Here we go. Helicopter shot. Nice compact group here. Heading out. We're in with Emma from Full Speed Events at the moment. Just ticking along nicely. Keeping everything down. Good to see Tracy watching the broadcast. She's our yellow beacon. We're going to try and get a quick shot of Tracy. We're going to use our drone cam for that. So Tracy is our yellow beacon. I hope you enjoyed your lunch, Tracy. So Tracy is heading out in yellow in her traditional kit here, which is the Refresher striped. It's a bit like those Refreshers lollies used to get, or the 70s, 1970s, 80s sweets with the multicolour stripes. So Tracy is our yellow beacon. So we take the turn on to the tarmac. The group pretty much all together. 1 or 2 people, I think, just maybe in need of a little bit of a shout for the instructions, because we do have one rider just currently heading off the front, just stretching away. We also have one rider out the back here, maybe in need of a little bit of a shout. Jump out and dive back in again. I'm sure our beacons will be all over that. Now, Let's take a look. Anyone got a surprise Valentine's card ever? Yes, I have, a not from my mum. 3 ever. When I was 7 from Joanne Lee. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. When you were 7, I did get one. I think mine was 14, and then I would have been in my 20s. For the other 2. There you go. Let's have a little look. Webster. Angela Webster in on board. We've got a nice compact group here today. So let's start raining some thumbs up, down on people. Oh! Okay. Emma from Full Speed Event, now he owns up. Love it. Yes. Well, there you go. Amazing what comes out of the Chaingang. Right, Sandra McKay on board the gang. From Tactic, we have got EM, which is, I'm going to try and take a quick check for some proper names of people, but that's LEM. So LEM on board. Now, I'm hoping, if all the graphics are right, we can do a quick reminder for you on the show as well of where we are heading tonight. No, we can't. We're going to do a little bit of a check. Because, no, our lovely graphics have reset themselves. Don't you love that when that happens? Spend all week doing the graphics and then find that they haven't yet updated themselves. That's not particularly helpful of them. The perils of not checking every single scene in the show before the show starts, because you're kind of busy. That'll teach me. Right, the group looking good at the moment. Just in with LEM. The riders here. We've got Emma Dooley on board. We've got Julie Clark, Emily Bridson as well. We've got Abby Scales on here. Joanne Lee's here. Foxy's here. Should give our Full Speed Events. Emma, our Red Beacon, a ride-on as well. Just trying to work our way through everybody. Make sure that we give ride-ons to everybody. We don't have the advantage of the riders on the gang being able to do that in one go. Don't forget, late join is on if you want to jump out and jump back into the group. Always pretty essential. The gang looking pretty good at the moment as they make their way down through the lower parts of the valley at the minute. Just on their way up and around. So the riders at the moment on to Village Loop. We're just on the lower section here as we make our way around. You can just see on the centre of your screens coming between that run in towards the villages. The gang pretty much all together at the minute. We're just going to take a little run down in with them. And as we go in, we're just on that climb up towards that 4K marker, 4.2K. This is the rise into the village at the moment. And just in with Jill Vale. I'm loving the fact that people are watching what each other are doing on their social media feeds. Tracy starting a bidding war potentially on the puffin painting. Artist Lisa Jane Light, aka Foxy, one of our talented riders on the gang. So here we go. So whilst my phone is having gravitational issues at the moment, trying to answer messages simultaneously, sort out the ride. Looks like Ashley Scales just on the back of the group here, just having to squeeze on, just trying to get back in with the pack at the moment. Just a little bit of a stretch on the group. Always a good way of jumping back in is to hit the coffee button. So here we go. Just going to take the left-hand turns, come in through. We're going to take our drone in at warp speed through the buildings. One of my favourite tricks that we can do here on Zwift. So Foxy and Co just getting a little bit of a wriggle on to just try and get themselves in with the group here. Ambusco's just winding it up at the moment. So just getting themselves back in. Foxy just on the back here, just making the way in towards the group. And you can just see the yellow beacon at the moment. Just having to do the typing and riding at the moment. They're on the way up here. I'm loving it. Are we going to have a public negotiation about a painting sale from Lisa Jane Lake? Maybe you guys want to do this off air, off the messenger board at the moment. But feel free to keep us entertained. I want to see how high it gets. Right. Yes, lots of people riding ZRL last night. And congratulations to everybody who got a win in there. I know our Red Beacon Emma's team were there, and they were racing, and Emma's team, the Ionian squad that Emma was racing for, got the win. Congratulations, guys. Well done again. Very interesting to see. Okay. Taking another look who else we've got in here. We've got Nicole Stockton on board. Another one of our regular riders. And we have the one and only, the legend of the Chaingang. I hope your ears were burning at lunchtime, Ria. Oh my God, you were the subject of conversation, and were you ever? The living legend, aka the person to beat on the Chaingang at the moment, may well be unbeatable. Ria Mobbs. The machine that is, we've got to have to think of an appropriate nickname for Rhea, because at the moment she is absolutely unstoppable on the Chaingang, taking a lot of work to try and keep her in check. Once that go is given by our leader, by our yellow beacon at the moment. The group looking good all together. Our drones trying to keep up. Can anybody beat Rhea before we finish at the end of the march, says Emma from Full Speed Events. That is a good question. That is a good question. Maybe we need to draft in like a load of the pros who've ridden over the course of the year. I'm not sure that they could, though. Maybe we need people like April Tacey, who is riding, who won a stage of the very first women's tour on Zwift. We could get maybe Sammy Stewart, who is for a long time unbeatable. Joe Blackburn, another regular rider who's very difficult to beat. Zoe Baxter's good shout. Might have to give Zoe a shout. A chat with them. I mean, it was Zoe absolutely unbeatable on the cyclocross. It has to be said. A stretch though, because Rhea is flying. Yeah, definitely, I would agree 100%. Absolutely brilliant to see Rhea on such good form. So coming in through town, the gang looking good, making our way out from the arch. So we're now heading out from the village. We're going to be heading out, as you can see, over the water and heading our way across. Absolutely scenic views. We're going to head towards our second village now. So we go out and along the lower slope. Top right hand side of your screens. We're just going to zoom the map out a little so you can see we come from the village, bottom of the screen, the map screen. We're going to go out. We make our way out past the glides, and we go up eventually, take a right hand turn, go back in towards village number 2. So here we go, right hand turn. So we're going to do our climbing up on the dusty trail at the moment. You can just see that dust starting to get kicked up by our riders as they make their way underneath the arches that slightly overhang the route at the moment. See the birds in the background on Zwift in my ears, even if you can't hear them in yours, because they are at very low level, I have to say. The riders, though, well, they're in for a dusty time. If we take a look back from rear, the gang on to the climb at the moment, and certainly looking like just getting strung out a little bit on the route up. Foxy in a northern UK. Where does where do you get all your kit from, Fox? Foxy has the amazing ability to have a different outfit for every single chain gang and ride that we do, that we see her on. It is quite incredible. So most of the gang pretty much together. Fox just tucked on to the back here on the way up. You can see Emily Britson back in with us. Emily, multi-discipline athlete. Be interesting to see what Emily's plans are for this season. Emily, what's your plans for this season? Can you simultaneously type and tell us what your plans are? Is it going to be off-road? Is it going to be enduro? Cross-country? Will it be some road racing? Maybe crit racing? We will see. So the gang on the way up the climb, you can just see on the map, we're going to make our way up to the next T-junction where we will then turn right and head in towards the next of our villages, of the 2 villages that we are going to today. So a couple of things, a couple of quick heads up for you. Sneak peek for you. We have coming up some very exciting news, because when we get into March, it is the last of the Zwift organised rides for full speed events for the year in terms of the chain gangs. So the Donny Chaingang on Tuesdays and Thursdays ends at the end of March. So does the Wow Chain Gang on a Wednesday. That ends at the end of March as well. Emma is going to be on the microphone, though, throughout March. It's going to be bringing you the Iceni race by the Warrior Games. And what we're doing, we're going to support the Warrior Games, the Iceni Women's races, as full-speed events. And Emma's going to be on the mic for all of those. So we've got a meeting about that tomorrow, actually. Looking forward really very much for that tomorrow. That's going to be very interesting. And of course, don't forget that you can catch up with Emma on her social medias at Biking Emma. We've also got the start of lots of different series as well. We will be bringing our esports series that we bring every Sunday. That goes all the way through the year. You need to follow Emma's social feed or my feed. That's at Matt Fixpain for those. And we've got lots more action coming up. If you haven't watched the BMX from last weekend in Rotorua, you can do so on the YouTube BMX channel, on the YouTube channel for the UCI YouTube channel. You can also watch it up. You can also watch it on Discovery Plus if you are a Discovery Plus viewer of cycling and you want to watch something slightly different. Get on there, listen to the legend that is at Rich Eames, that is at BMX commentator, myself, Matt Payne, covering the BMX, one of my favourite disciplines to be involved in for the UCI. And that's coming out either on the UCI YouTube channel that you can pick up depending on where you are in the globe. That's a global feed. Or you can pick it up if you are a subscriber to Discovery Plus, dependent on where you are in the world and whether you are geo-restricted or not, or whether, just as importantly, your computer knows where it is living and what country it is in. So 140 women riders signed up for the first round of the Iceni Women's Tour. That kicks off in March. I'm sure Emma will be able to tell us the dates of the very first one. I think it's every Tuesday, if I remember correctly. You can tell that Emma's been doing the prep for that whilst I've been busy talking BMX at the moment. Ooh, who's accidentally signed up? That will be Sandra McKay. Very good. Well done. Every Tuesday. Thank you, Emma. It's every Tuesday in March. It is the Iceni Women's Races. Now, get yourself signed on board. Get yourselves in. Get it done. Tracy Seeley's Terminator. You should be racing this. Get on board. Get signed up and get on board. Get it done. If you're not part of a team and you're a rider on the DCG, go put it down as a WOW DCG or go as a full speed events team. Even better. Maybe we need a full speed events team with people who are not part of the team. That might happen. Emma, if you're listening, Would you like to put in a full-speed events team with Tracy Seeley in there, the Terminator? Maybe take Rhea Mobs on board. Rhea. Why can't Tracy race? I don't understand it. Why can she not race? You can't do all these miles and not race. Why not? Get it done. Just do it. Just do it. Maybe we should get Rhea Mobs, who's not signed up for a team. I don't think that I last remembered. T2 with some power. No, she's Terminator 2. Anyone who's not part of a team, join up. Tracy, these rides aren't races. They just turn into them every single time. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, just do it. If you want a team, let us know. I'm sure we should be able, we should just put together a full speed events team to cover everybody who's not in a team. Nicole, let's go racing for us. Why not? Foxy, I'll help you make up a team. Don't tell Rave. Yeah. Emma said, yeah, Tracy, shout go on the commentary if you like. Yes, indeed you can. Generally, start the race. Get it done. Get it done. Why not? This whole point is Zwift. Do something different. Have a bit of fun. The racing on ice scene and part of the Warrior Games is always entertaining. It is always great fun. Just do it. John Lee. No, Matt. Why not? Joe, come on. Joe, come and do it. Anyone who can ride on Chaingang, you can ride a race. Honestly, just go do it. It's all just good fun. Have a laugh, have a bash, and so what? Who said the magic words? Did I say the magic words? Oh, sorry. Apologies. Just going to get you all excited. Now, our riders on the way into and through town and getting all thrilled by the fact that we're going through our upper village at the moment. You can see just going to go underneath that sprint line. The group looking all pretty much together. See, it's the thought of racing. It gets me all wound up and excited. So, yes, we are here on the YouTube channel. Dive on board. Or you can search. It's really easy. Just go onto YouTube, search for Full Speed Events. We're on there. We don't have too many videos on there. One of the reasons is because you're usually broadcasting for a whole load of broadcasters who have their own feeds, whether that's the UCI, the governing body of cycle sport internationally, for Discovery Plus, for Eurosport, for the BBC, etc., etc. They do have their own feeds, so we have to be a little careful what we put out. Now, Tracy clearly's got a burrito on the way through. Bin it! A lesson in how to bin your burrito always goes down well. Not in real life, though. I'm saying she had Italian. Would you have gone to? Would you have gone to Nonna's, Emma, by any chance? The place that supports everybody. Binned. Thank you very much, Tracy. Well done. Yeah, burritos. We allow them on. We even allow the anvil on, except for Tracy, who believes that she doesn't get any, so therefore she doesn't. Self-determination. So, coming round the top. Angela Webster, I have no doubt that I'll say the words GGG in my mind when I'm racing in real life. Yes, do it. Do it, do it, do it. It should be in your head anyway. It should be in your head. We want people to be chasing and racing and having all loads of fun, whether you're indoors and out. And as part of that, you need to put some dates down in your diary. Now, the date in your diary you need to put down is for the WOW weekend, the Women's Only Wednesday weekend out in France. We want to see as many of you out there as possible. Now, we are not doing this as a commercial venture. We are doing this for a bit of a giggle, really. It's not straightforward. We have got space in the farmhouse and on the in the orchards that we have bought. It sounds dead posh, doesn't it? It's like 3 trees, But basically, in the land that we've reclaimed from the brambles, we've got space for you all to come out and join us for some barbecue, some fun games, for some great rides, some cake, for some trips out. And we would love you to join us for the rides out there in France. Now, if you're going to do that, we would really, really, really like you to come and join us on the WOW weekend in France. It is really, 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 really fun out there. It's nice, it's dry, it's sunny. I'm really selling this, aren't I? Because it has to be. It's really, really important. Get yourselves out there and come out and go. Whether it's for a weekend, whether you come out early in the week and leave late the following week, however you want to do it, just come out and join us. We will be doing some more of them, hopefully, if the first one is a success. And it's all part of just trying to give everybody a super sportive, super fun environment to go ride your bike in some nice scenery, some nice history in and around the place as well. So please do come and join us. If you can't, sorry you can't make it, we did have to pick a date in the end somewhere at some point. And if you want to go, let Emma know. Emma, of course, Emma Martin. You can do that on the Facebook pages. The dates are in May. I'm desperately trying to find them to tell you before we get to the line, and I'm going to fail miserably to do so. This is your banner. We are going to be on 2 laps to go. In fact, look at that, Tracy, mind reading as ever. So 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here of the 3-lap ride that often turns into a race, aka always turns into a race. Here on the Women Only Wednesday Chaingang on Zwift. There is a group for all those who said they may be coming out. So let Emma know and she will put you into that group. Says Matt, desperately trying to find which weekend of the year it is for the WOW Chaingang. I suspect it's probably the 25th, 26th kind of time, but I don't know for certain. I'm hoping Emma's got a track of what date it is. Oh, Seeley clearly getting another burrito, bidding that, well done. Good to see. So here we go, making our way down through town. Coming in, taking that left-hand turn at the moment. Looking pretty good as they make their way in and through here. The riders on the low point down in the course, making their way in and through. Looks like Tracy Sealing looking to squeeze the power up, the pressure up. Tell you one weekend it's not going to be. It's not going to be the weekend of the Friday the 30th. To Sunday the 1st of September. That is a super, super diary date. Unfortunately for like lots of people in the world ever.com. Like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, enough of Matt's emails. More of what's coming up on the Chaingang. So here we go, on the way around. Foxy tucked on the back here with Emma from Full Speed Events. I wonder how Emma's legs are feeling after her ride. It's nothing to do with the Italian she had today, and all to do with the racing last night on Zwift. And don't forget, you can jump on board. Now, we have got another member of the of Emma's race team in here today, and I am trying to find the rider that it is. And I'm failing miserably here. I'm pretty sure we have. I'm certain I've seen the kit go through, but maybe I am just mildly confused. It wouldn't be the first time I've mixed the kit up with somebody else's. There's definitely plenty of the tactics squad here today, because we have got Sandra McKay in here, just about to be passed by Nicholas Soden. The 2 of them are in. Is that me messing with your bike here? No, I haven't, I promise. Not guilty. I might have messed with the kit a little bit. I did try putting black shoes on the Full Speed Events avatar earlier on and was quickly told that they looked terrible. Spin, don't mash. Don't smash big gear. Put it in. Spin. We want revs. Not 80 blinking forward either. Let's have a look. Who's got some nice revs today? Should we look for good revs? Look at this. Emily Bredson. Thank you, Emily. Class. On wheels. 95 revs per minute. Loving it. Able to respond to attacks. Super smooth. Nice power delivery as well. I'll tell you who else looks like they've got really good leg speed here. I'm trying to find them. I've lost them. Where have they gone? Somewhere in here is Jill. Yes, thought Jill would. Jill Vale, next power by Insured. Revving between 86 and about 100, depending on where we are on the course. Just keeping it nice and smooth, keeping it lovely and quick, which is what we want to see. Let's see if Tracy Seeley's practicing what she preaches. 82, not bad, not bad. What's the maximum revs you've reached? What is the maximum RPM that you can reach out on the turbo? Not out in the outside world. Although you could tell me in outside world because I've achieved mine, I think, on a velodrome. But what's the maximum RPM? Let's see if we can pick on anybody to start off with. Maximum cadence RPM that you can achieve. So what is your max RPM? Nicola Soden, 180, yes. But we know, Nicola, you can go on the tracks. 180, that's good. Can you sustain 180 then? That will be the second. Max only. Max. What can you max out at? What's your maximum revs? 142. Foxy's in real life or fixed. Yes. On the rollers, 188. Come on. Let's have a look. It's on 142. Who else have we got? Sustained. Who can manage? What can you manage sustained? So what is your maximum? Emily Bridson, 212 on rollers. That is absolutely crazy, but you're suspicious of that. And I have to admit, Emily, I would be a little suspicious of that. Not massively, I must admit, but that is not sustained. 212 on rollers. That is crazy. Angela Webster, 204. Rillington Reservoir, 126 bouncing. Yes. Yeah. Okay. 212. 3 to 5 seconds. That is absolutely wild. Rep a minute. Yep. Back in the youth circuit racing days. Yeah. So Nicholas Owen, 140 for 2 minutes. Need a really quick roll of 10 once I have to work out what my cadence. Interesting. Quick roll of 10s. Yes, that would be another way to find out if you've done a roll of 10. 10 mile TTs on a roller are absolutely horrible. They're evil, evil, evil things. That is for certain. So what's the maximum RPM? I won't even ask what the minimum is. Yeah, roller 10s are crazy. But yes, a good way to train, that's sure. Now, coming back into village number 1 on lap number 2 on the Wow Chaingang, powered by Full Speed Events, on the 14th February 2024 on Mercury Islands. Now, a few bits and pieces have been announced on Zwift you need to be aware of. So, if you want to have a look at what the Warrior Games can bring you, then it's worth having a watch of the Tour of Boudica, which is brought to you by the Warrior Games with Emma on the mic, Emma Martin on the mic from Full Speed Events. That is one of the videos of the week on Zwift Insider. So please, please, please do have a look at that. Zwift Insider also let you now personalise your avatar. So if you wish to change the look of your avatar so it looks differently, to make you feel better, to make you feel worse, to maybe make it more identifiable, maybe just what you aspire to be, what you've always dreamed of being, then your avatar now has more options. That's actually on the rollout. That's coming through a lot of the different run-ins. Whether or not it'll change what anybody actually puts up remains to be seen, but whatever you want it to be, pretty much it can be now as your avatar. Do jump on board and get that done. Interesting, I was having a little chat with somebody about the draft dynamics, and that was actually on a ride yesterday. I was out on a ride, it was one of the dirt rides, and that was very, very interesting. Talking about the latest drafting on the on Zwift. Personally, I like it. I think the new drafting is good. The latest draft dynamics is good, but I do like drafting at the best of times rather than doing all the hard work on the front. So I personally think the latest version is really, 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 really good. A lot of people don't seem to like it, but I actually do like it. I think it's quite cool. So I like the latest version. So it looks like just taking a little bit of a check on here. Rear mobs is on here. 104, I'm here. Yeah. Gang is out on here. Remember the gang tonight. The aim is to keep it together with the yellow beacon. The pace will pick up. That gang coming back together, you can just see it on your screens at the moment. The Tactic UK Women's Race Team, all part of the squad here. It's great to see the support from Tactic UK Women's Race Team. Now, if you're watching the UK scene this season, I've got a big ask for you. If you are on the gang, if you're watching this later on, please give Tactic UK Women's Race Team a follow. And just as importantly, get yourselves down to the side of a race, outdoors or in the velodrome this season, and give them a shout. They have the best kit in the business, best design kit in the business. Absolutely love the jersey, love the design. Please, 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 please give them some support. They have done amazing things. They have a great sense of fun. They have brought lots of riders back in. They have a very similar mantra to the full speed events that we put on, and with us here at Full Speed Events. So please, please, please do give them a follow on social media. Get down to the side of the race route. If you have a pooch with you, a dog, make sure they go down and give them a bark from the side of the course as well. That is just as important. Equally, just as much dog lovers as they are bike riders, which is another thing that enamours them to Full Speed Events. And Indy is their #1 doggy fan from outside of the team. So please do jump on board, get down there. Give them a shout. I think there's going to be a few of them on our France trip, which should be even better. That would be really, really good. That would be really, really, really good. If they're out there, that would be fun. But watch them, follow them, give them a shout out. So please, please, please do give them a follow. Give them a shout. Go see them. Get a race and make sure. I think our Red Beacon's saying that she can wear her kit too. There you go. Emma from Full Speed Events does have an honorary set of kit from the Tactic Squad that she was likely to be wearing out there. Yes, you may even see me. I actually have got a set of the same kit. It has been only gets warm on very, very nice warm days. Not all that often, I have to say. I only wear it when I'm also at racing weight, because I did deliberately get it as an inspirational bit of kit to make sure that when I'm down close to race weight that I have some nice kit that only gets brought out there. There you go. Sandra McKay, you can wear it in the Pursuit or 2 on the track if you like. Yes, good luck in getting Emma from Full Speed Events. I mean, Emma has ridden and raced on the track, but a team pursuit on the track would be scary. Right. Okay, on our way up and through, a lot of people working out, can they take on the one and only Rhea Mobs today? Rhea has been the rider to beat, and we will see if she can maintain that and do that again this time round. Just making her way around these twists and turns. Now, one rider absent, noticeable by their absence, is the one and only. It is Miss Cookie. Now, Miss Cookie not in with us. I know Miss Cookie is down to be a beacon, actually quite a lot back into towards March. So if you are missing Miss Cookie's banter, expect to see her soon. She'll be back. She'll be back. I'll be back. So just making our way past the roofs, past the lakeside, here on the climb up. It's looking good at the moment. A quick reminder that we are aiming to stay with the yellow beacon if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's not absolutely critical. Just in with Helen Peterson. So it looks like Helen just at the back of the pack at the moment. The bus, I suspect, going to form around Foxy. About Emma and we will see. We know Peterson very, very strong. Has been riding strongly throughout the duration of the ride. Sat there on a nice bike. So on our way up, joining that red beacon between the red and the yellow. Foxy and Emma are red beacon. It looks like the bus has been formed. Do we have an official bus? I think we do. Here we go. Ding, ding. All aboard. Tickets, please. It's nearly as good as the I'm free kind of thing. So, Foxy working pretty hard here just to move her way up onto the wheels. Don't go blowing a gasket off at this stage. Not so close. So, Emma from Full Speed Events saying, you set the pace, we can ride at whatever pace. And that's the aim of the beacon, the red beacon, not the aim of the yellow. The yellow is there to control the pace at the front. Tracy doing an amazing job up at the front, making sure everybody's following the gang. Currently at 20.9k. So I am just going to throw up onto your screens. As you can see the route, you can watch our rows on the right-hand side here. So we are at the moment at 21 kilometres of the 38.2. So we are over half ride distance. Over half ride distance, but remember, this is a 3-lap ride. It won't be one lap to go until we get back round to the orange beacon. That is not going to happen just yet. We're making our way back in and around the top of the circuit. So if you're looking at the Velo Viewer graphic, it's the area in dark green. We're coming in towards the second of the villages. So that is between 9 and about 11k as we weave our way round through the village and before we drop down back in through that start finish point. And our riders, well, they are going to see the village just coming out in front of them. So just about to make their way into the archways that take them into the village. And then they will work their way, do a lap of the village, then drop down towards the start finish. And that will be then out on to lap number 3. At the moment, everybody riding pretty smoothly here. Just starting to get a gap formed with the bus. No surprises there. We're already well in, but looking good. Let's go up over the top. So that is our yellow beacon up on the front. The red beacon going to be forming here. We've got a red beacon bus. We've got Emma from Full Speed Events. We've got Foxy and we've got Peterson in here. So Peterson from Denmark. We've got Foxy in here from the Rave Squad, and we've got Emma from Full Speed Events. Foxy, quick tip from the top. Emma works in numbers. It's really easy. Numbers. Don't say right at this kind of pace. Just give us some numbers to work on. She's a data and stats-driven person. That's why she's also known as Professor Emma Martin. Okay. Now back in with the leader group here. 45 minutes in. Gang coming round these turns. This is the centre of the village at the moment. The riders still looking pretty smooth together. So coming in towards the next 90 right now. When this is coming in on our last lap, in 1 lap's time, this will be a critical part, because this is where the gradient is at 0. We've got lots of twists and turns as the riders come through. It's easy for a breakaway to stay away on here. Taking a tight left, tight right, tight left, tight right, tight left, tight right. We go right again. Come in around this turn. Let's get our drone cam in. Let's see if we can follow the riders in and through here and just give you a good indication of just how tight this is. So we're going to come in and round. Got another 90 right, 90 left coming up, which will take us in through the chicane. Here we go. Drone cam just trying to follow. We're trying to do our best UCI drone cam. Great coverage of the cyclocross and the mountain bike at the moment with that. So this is the loop in and round. I'm going to take the sweeping left again. And this is why it's so good. It's a 0% gradient, so no height altitude gain, no drop. But all the twists and turns make it very tricky, so you can keep a really good pace through here. It's a good place to chase down if you are very, very attentive to who is off the front and who is where. Absolutely key part of the course. Now we come round, going to take another 90 right, and oddly enough, very shortly you're going to see as we come round the side here of the, we're just going to take another right-hand turn again to take ourselves back in and round. The gap to our red beacon at the moment is 22 seconds to the red bus, which is on its way out, not that far behind as they come around that long sweeping right-hand turn. The gap continuing to open all the time here in the villages. Sandra McKay took nicely in with the group here from Tactic. But this time round, as we come round, we're going to be taking a left, then we're going to be taking a right, then it's going to be a right, followed by a left. Then at the T-junction, we'll go left, sweep down towards the start-finish line of the lap, which will mean at the bottom of that, it will be 1 lap left to go. So here we go, making our way round. This is going to be the left-hand turn. And it's another left again. Let's dive in with those riders. So left-hand turn here, round we go. Now we're going to head down into the descent. This is one of the big sweeping descents that comes up. We come, as you can see, we're coming out from the valley. The red beacon a little bit further behind. We start dropping down and picking up speed as we come down here. You can see how quick we are going at the moment. Already winding up to 48 kilometers an hour, 49. And picking up pace as we come into the corner. Mount Fuji in the background. This is super, super fast down here. At the minute, we got to keep on dropping. Then we go into this long right-hand twisting bed. The riders come around that turn underneath the power line, and then it's going to be a long run down and in. The gang absolutely flying at the minute, 54 kilometers an hour as they come down into this long sweeping left-hand turn. Round they go, lent over, taking that corner in. They're going to come down to the next junction. It's going to be a quick left at this split in the road. This is the run in towards the finish in 1 lap's time. We still have yet more descent to go though as they come in Here you go. Next couple of twists and turns. So round to the right here, still minus 4%. Now into minus 3, minus 2. And then we've got the next drop down here. And this is a critical part. Minus 6, minus 7, minus 12, minus 13. This ramp down is going to be tricky. It makes the sprint really, really difficult if you are coming in. Now, if you've raced down here, it's one of my favourite places to kick. Use the momentum of that downhill to kick early. It means that you've got a long sprint, though, to come into the finish, because you can see where that orange banner is. This is 1 lap to go, and it means that as you come in, you've had to sprint from a long, long way out. So underneath the banner we go. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for our leading group as they come down and in. Absolutely critical getting your timing right as they come through. So, Foxy in the red beacon, making sure the windows are in there now. Rose red and Vats blue. You said yes, yes, yes. So, okay, very, very good. We will see if that's going to be the case for the riders. Making their way down, and it is go, 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 go! It is time to see how this is going to hit. So, Emily Britson whamming down the power. 12 watts per kilo we have seen from Emily at the moment. As she comes down, here is Britson going to lead this out. She's already on the front, winding this up, and instantly Rhea Mobbs goes with them. Are we going to see Britson be able to contain Mobbs? Now, we've been fortunate, I say we, Emma Martin and myself, Matt Payne, we've been fortunate to be around the national mountain bike scene with both these riders have been competing, both Rhea and Emily. We've seen them both at very similar stages in their careers. Both are absolute talents. Now, they both got a little bit older, maybe a little bit wiser, maybe not so wise because they're on the Chaingang. But we will see if who's got the biggest power, who's got the kick, and who's got the tactics dialed as they come in and through. The group starting to get under pressure, and we are seeing gaps opening up at the back of the group. But I tell you something, it has not split this group completely here. The go has gone, and you know what? There's 1 or 2 riders here. We've got Emma Dooley just tucked in the back here. We've got Abby Scales in at the back. They're holding the back of this group, and they are not needing, I don't think, to push too hard. Meanwhile, Saxon Supply is coming out with the group at the back with the red beacon, but the front of the group, well, it's looking good. Loads of coffee breaks have been whammed in, but look at this. We've got a move on the front. There's Rhea Mobbs has wound this up. She's got a 6-second gap. She's gone early here. Is she going for a 1-lap effort? Now, riders behind. This is Rhea Mobbs. Welcome to the world of Rhea Mobbs. Rhea Mobbs is phenomenally fast. Please, somebody sign Rhea up to their team. Please, please, please. She's incredibly quick. She's super fast. Rhea on the move. It could be a full lap effort. Now, if you are in the group behind Emily Britson, you need to work together. This is how it works. If you all just ride at one pace, you ain't going to catch her. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how fast you think you can go. If you all just ride at max speed all the time, you need to treat this as a series of intervals. That means you need to take turns and cooperate. I know that is a concept that most people struggle with sometimes when it's a race, but you have to cooperate or you are going to be racing. You need to take turns and work to bring her back. Time trial, team time trial, team time trial. You do harder than you think you can do on the front, then you take a rest and come off the back. At the moment, the pace that whoever is on the front needs to be holding needs to be in excess of 4 watts per kilo. Okay? That's the deal. Ideally, more than 4.5 watts per kilo. So you need to take it in turns to do 4.5 watts per kilo. If not, you are going to be riding for second because Rhea Mobbs can sustain that pace. So, need to do 4.5. Take a turn. Come off. Somebody else take a turn. Here we go. Let's see. Can you bring her back? Put her under pressure. 4.5 watts per kilo. It needs to be done or you are going to get yourselves into it. You will not get there. Now, we've got Joanne Lee giving it some beans here. She's going to help try and bring this gap back down again. Who's going to take the next turn? Who's going to be the rider after? You know you can do this. You don't have to hold it for more than about 20 seconds. Maximum, do a 20-second turn. Get out of the way, let the next rider in. 4.5 watts per kilo. This is what you need to do. You're not going to bring it back. If you don't, you are going to be racing for second place. Not that there's anything wrong with second place, but come on, we want to try and get Rhea back. Don't let her have it easy. Make her work really, really hard. So here we go, underneath the gantry. They'll be going on the countryside sprint at the moment. These are the chasers. Rear Mob setting a new PB through here. This will give us a snapshot on our times. Mob's time, 11.54. Now, Stockton's gone through with an 11.72 and 11.73. So the gap that Mobs has is not necessarily enough to hold you off if you chase concertedly as a group behind, but you need to group work together. Remember, you have the draft advantage. You need to make it pay. That means on the flat, fast sections, you've got to make it work to your advantage. On the climbs, you have less advantage being in that group, but you need the group to work together. If it doesn't, you're all going to be fighting it out. And there are some very, very strong riders in that race, in that group behind. Jill Vale in here for the next PB insured. Rider who's been going very, very strong, Joanne Lee, looking stronger and faster week on week on week. I'm loving the fact that Tracy's taken to actually asking Rhea to wait. Don't wait. Don't do it. Don't do it, Rhea. Just keep on going. Let's have a little look. So Emma Dooley of Fear just being distanced by the pace of the front group here. This is going to be Ellie M just sat on the back of this group, just fighting to stay in position at the moment. The pressure is on. There are no, this is about go for it. Go, go, go time. There are no limits. You can go as fast or as easy as you want. Now, let's go back to our riders in here, because I think we've just seen LM drop off the back of the group here. This is all about kicking for the finale. Webster's in second place. Rhea Mob still holding pace. If anything, she's accelerated up here. She has that green jersey at the moment for the sprint. You can see just how quick Mobs is going at the moment. Absolutely nailing this. Just comes in and through, flying around that right-hand turn at the moment. Webster has opened a little bit of a gap here on Bridson, on Jill Vale. Are we going to see a breakaway of 3 here? And it looks like the tactic squad are sending Soden up the road at the moment to try and go with them. So at the moment we have a solo right away, Rear Mobs. Then we have a chasing group of 4. Angela Webster, Nicola Soden. We have Jill Vale and we have Emily Bridson. They are your 4. 8 seconds further back, Julie Clark leading the next group. This contains our yellow beacon. That's Tracy Seeley, Terminator 2.0 T2. Making her way up here with Sandra McKay of the Tactics Squad. We've got Nicole Stockton, I think, just holding the back of the group here. Looks like Nicole coming in through, jumps in to the wheels, going to come through. They are the next 4. So we've got a solo rider, then we've got a 4, then we've got another 4. That makes 9 by my very poor maths. Then it's going to be Joanne Lee. So Joanne Lee at the moment is in 10th place. Now she's got a little bit of a gap to Scales behind. So the fight for 10th place is not over, because Abby Scales at the moment is trying to close down on Joanne Lee. They're very, very evenly matched, these 2 riders. Now I think Abby Scales feeling that pressure. Then it's going to be Emma Dooley. Then it's going to be the gang behind. But at the moment, Rhea Mobs is hurtling away in through this circuit. She's going to take the next right to come back through the village and head out the other side. Looking super strong. She comes down in and through. She goes straight through the village. Going to take the right here and make her way in and through. She's leading this out 36 seconds back to Bridson. Then it's Webster. Then it's Vale. Then it's Soden. These are the chasing 4. And this is from what is 2nd to 5th place. Then we're going to have Tracy Seeley leading the next group through. And that is going to take us down. It's 5 riders here, because I think Stockton has got on board. So Stockton is on board, so that makes it the 10. So 5 riders rather than 4 here. Sutton just taking a little bit of a breather. Then it's going to be Abby Scales, followed by Dooley. And then you can see Rhea Mob's already making her way around this loop. She has done the village. It's time to head out. Now take the left turn. It's very sharply coming up any second. Here we go, out from underneath the walls here. Now from the village defences over the river, and then it's going to be a right-hand turn up on to that long gradual climb. 40 seconds back, chasing group of 4. Currently the Red Beacon group, they are sitting what is going to be about, I think it's going to be about 3 minutes down in total. But the riders all chasing a certain Rhea Mobs up on the front and on to the dirt climb at the moment. Intriguing stuff behind of these 4 riders. Britton doing a lot of work on the front at the moment. Webster is with her as well. Looks like Jill Fell and Co all holding on board with Soden behind. They can't relax. At the moment it's 13 to 14 seconds to a chasing group of 5 that have advantage. There are 5 riders chasing 4, chasing 1. 13 seconds is the gap. Remember that this finishes about 38k. They have time to get there, but they've got to keep the pressure on. They've got to keep on working. They're going to take the right-hand turn. They will be able to see pretty much the dust of the riders in front. We can see them on our map. If we zoom to the 3D map, it's around this left-hand turn. There's not a lot of gap, but it's starting to open to 16 seconds. Just looking back to see if we can see that pillar of light of the yellow to see what is rolling. Now Emma Dooley just in front of Peterson, front of the gang, so taking the way up and through. Meanwhile, the group of 4, they are of 5, just chasing the group in front. 13 seconds. These riders come in underneath the dappled leaves here as they go through this avenue of trees over the top here. The branches almost interconnected and woven together above the riders. The sunshine just coming in and through out alongside the riverside. Well, that is Rhea Mobs. Mobs keeping those pedal wrists high. 80 or so to 82. The pedal counts 181 beats per minute from Rhea at the moment. Super smooth though as she comes up here. Mobs are looking good as she's on the attack. 33 seconds to the 4 of the chasing riders behind. This is Soden, Webster, Vale, and Britton just at the back of that group of 4. Then we're going to see Clark leading the next group through. They're going to come out of the woods here. They're into that same stream side section here. So out into the sunshine they come as they make their way past the jetty over the water here and head out back into the trees once again. They've got the gap on Stockton, who's also onto that same section now. Not all that far behind that yellow beacon, but the gaps are starting to get reinforced here as they make their way up this climb. Webster leading the group on the climb. 36 seconds now to Mobs, who's at the T-junction. Right-hand turn coming up for Mobs. Thought she was going to go left there for a moment. Thought we were going to have a Zwifty moment. Heading off into the unknown, but no problems for Mobs. Now going to be making their way towards village number 2 of the 2 village loop here on the full speed events. Wow, Chaingang, the women's only Wednesday Chaingang, playing out here on Zwift once again. So into the turns that take you into the bridge, in towards the village she goes. Got the gap from Webster, who leads the chasing group here. Vale right on her heels in the blue and green of the next power by Insured. We've got Nicola Soden in the Scottish kit, which is a tactic default kit. We've got Emily Britton in the orange. Just tucked on the lighter wheels. Just on the far side of this group, we'll take a little roll round with the camera here. At Britton looking strong at the moment. Making her way in around, then it's going to be Clark who's going to lead them up here. So at the moment, Clark leading up the group which is Joanne Lee, it's Tracy Celia Beacon, and it looks like a little bit of a gap has opened up here to Sandra McKay. Come on, Sandra, you can't let this go now. You stay with them this long. Don't lose the wheels at this stage. Got to keep pushing, get back on pretty fast here. They do have a little bit of draft advantage, but we know McKay a real fighter here. So Sandra going to start digging deep in here. Can she get back to that group? Look at this big kick here. This is a chase, 5.3 watts per kilo coming out from Sandra McKay. She's trying to chase down that group. We're in with McKay as they come up onto this climb. This is where the gap is going to come down distance-wise. This is where there is a chance to get back on, and she's going to make it here. Great chase back that by Sandra McKay. Gets onto the wheels. Here she comes, so she makes that group back. It brings her back in touch, that group of 4, with Stockton now being distance off the back. Keep pushing, Nicole, not far to go. Now, in front, the leading group of 4 looking good. But this is the leading group. They're following our leading rider. That is Rhea Mobbs, who's on her way in through town at the moment. Looking very smooth. That heart rate having dropped after the climb down to 171 beats per minute from 180 plus. Comes in towards the T-junction at the moment. We're riding in with Rhea as she comes around that turn. You can just see Fuji in the background, absolutely nailing this at the moment. So Rhea Mobbs goes through there. Not the fastest time, interestingly, here. The fastest time, a 15.64 with Webster, Soden and Scales. Very, very close here, but this is a big kick now. What is the time going to be? Mobbs has got the energy left to sprint through here. Is Rhea Mobbs going to take the fastest time? She goes through 11.92. 11.92 by Rhea Mobbs going through that sprint. She's got the energy to use that to increase the speed, increase the pace, and open up the gap some more. It's a new personal record. It is a sub 12 second. That's pushed the heart rate up to 185 beats per minute. And now she's got to do a little bit of recovery. Still kicking out 300 watts as she goes into this right-hand turn. Going to be looking to bring that heart rate down. That has increased the pace now. She drops out. We have riders in front and we have riders behind Rhea Mobbs. But remember, they are one little lap of the village down. And Rhea Mobbs is going to make her way up on to the heels here of Emma Dooley of Fear, who's going to get a grandstand view of Rhea Mobbs coming in and through at the moment. Mobbs absolutely nailing this behind. We're seeing new PBs coming as well because Britson, Webster and Co have all gone through with new PBs. They're in that 15-second marker though. They're not in that 11.92 mark. They have people around them. They've got to be a little bit more conservative with their effort and the squeeze through town there. Again, it's Nicholas Soden who is in trouble off the back of this group. Soden who forced her way back onto the group. Just starting to get distance behind then. Julie Clarkson and new PB. It's Tracy with new PB. Sandra McKay just distanced off that group now. So Soden having to work. She's in with this group, so she's on to the heels of Webster. Going to be chasing down the one and only Rhea Mobbs, who's already on to the descent at the moment. And the group of 4 are back together in here. Now, this is going to be interesting. We've got Vale, we have got Webster, we have got Soden, and we've got Britson. They're all going to be sprinting for position, but Mobbs already down on to this descent. Absolutely flying away down, heading in towards the finish. Rhea Mobbs has opened the gap up. She has really put everybody else to the sword, to use a phrase from the great Hugh Porter's vernacular. Now, this is the group behind. Anybody going to go for a long one down here? It's a long way to go. There is a point at which it does pay to go on the attack. It's not usually the point that was used by Rhea Mobbs. She's well on the way down that descent. 133 to the chasing group, who are fighting out for positions 2, 3, 4 and 5. For the positions 6, 7, 8, 9, it is going to be the 3 riders behind. Currently, You got Tactic Rider Distance off the back, last of those. But this is about pushing in to the sprint area. Rhea Mobbs, though, well on the way down. She's in around these twists and turns. She's going to be heading down in towards the line very quickly indeed. Rhea Mobbs has given everybody a masterclass in how to attack and how to ride at pace. She still had the energy left to go for the sprint. The orange banner is coming up, and it is going to be Rhea Mobbs who's going to take victory here today. She comes into the gantry. Underneath she goes. Rhea Mobbs. It's another victory for Rhea Mobbs. Can anybody stop her from going through? Can anybody spot the weakness in Rhea Mobbs' abilities to come in and through? Now long attack has gone from Britain. She's got a big push on. She's going to try and wind it up coming into this descent. This is where the acceleration could go. Can she distance them behind? They're holding a wheel now, and look at this. An aero has gone in as Soden tries to use the aero for an attack to distance the group. She's got a gap on them. Has she got enough? This is a sprint for second place here. Soden has attacked. She's used the aero on the descent where there's speed, where there's pace, where there is power. She's opened the gap up, and it's looking good now. They're not going to come back to her. A super tactical move by Soden sees to take second. Webster's going to come through for third. Vale in fourth. Bridson in fifth. They're being chased down here by Clark. Clark has got a little bit of a gap on here, but it's not a huge amount. So she's gone early as well. She's opened up a gap, and I think Clark is going to hold on for a sixth place here as she makes her way down this descent. So the kick comes by Clark. This is the run for the line. Clark has got the gap. Has she done enough? So the Terminator is coming behind her. Oh, she holds off. She's going to go through. Then it's going to be Seeley for seventh. The Yellow Beacon takes seventh. It's going to be Joanne Lee who takes eighth place coming in and through. Ninth place should go to Sandra McKay. The Tactic UK Women's Race Team rider goes past the entry point from the run. This is absolutely flying here today. Some great riding by our riders all the way through the ride fields here today. As in towards the line comes Sandra McKay. Another day done on the bike for Sandra McKay. Warm down coming up. She comes through taking a ninth place. Now, next in is going to be Emma Dooley. Well, Emily's actually decided she's going to talk now. Emily Brisson manages to type now that we're in and through the line. Good riding there, Emily. Okay, so we're in with Emma Dooley. Dooley on her way in to the line. Good riding by Emma. Nicholas Snowden stole my text. I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to the racing. I can't always execute it when I'm doing it. I do know what to do somewhere along those lines on a Scov. No problems at all. On the very few races I win on Zwift, it's always done on tactics, believe me. Okay. Oh, we are missing Foxy. She seems to have disappeared off the face of all things anywhere. So we've got Peterson. We've got our Yellow Beacon. So unless she's just dropped a ghost, I think we might have a tactic. Have a thing going out. So Nicholas Soden stolen my tactics for the tactic race team. Very good. So it looks like our bus is down to 2. Nicole Stockton on her way into the line. Well done, Nicole. Nicole's going to get an 11th today as she comes in through the line. Another good ride by Nicole. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant to see. Tracy putting thank you for joining us this evening. Your support and love for DCG Space. We've been a blast. It is all about the wow. Fantastic stuff. Okay. Here we go. Well done, Nicole. Good ride. Another good ride. Keeps improving week on week. Let's get Nicole riding for us. Maybe we ought to put that full speed events team back together again. Get the band back on the road again. You never know. Maybe we should just send them. Pick up everybody to get them up and race and then use it as a feeder to get people onto some other teams as well. Great wow again next week. Yes, please. Okay, here we go. Don't forget, if you enjoyed tonight, you can jump on the Donny Chaingang tomorrow. You just need to register in advance for that because they're not as well behaved, basically, as the WoW. So, yes, you do need to register it so that we can throw people out who don't behave. It's really that simple. So please do get that registered if you're going to jump on board there. Of course, you can join the DCG gang, the Donny Chaingang Supporters Club, who have exclusive events like the meal that's going to be at Nons this Saturday, as well as exclusive discounts, which are going to be coming right the way to the end of March, including things like 20% off OTE and Gritty, 30% off Continental tyres, as well as tyres from Goodyear tyres. Don't forget, of course, we've got great discounts on Oakley's on there as well. Would you want anything else? The answer is obviously no. So please do jump on board. Now, we are in with Patterson at the moment, dropping down Peterson, Henrietta Peterson dropping down. Henrietta doing an awesome job here, riding in towards the finish on the descent. Got this steep little dive down to go. She's going to be leading out the Beacon. Will the Beacon jump her? She's pushing on here. She's on that traditional bike here, giving away what's there, but good workout nonetheless. It's one of the ways, if you're faster and you want a better workout, you can go on there. Maybe we should put rear mobs on a Farad bike, on one of the old shopper bikes to one week and just make her work extra hard. Going to need something, because at the moment she's absolutely flying. Can she be beaten before we get to the end of March? We will see. Okay, coming in is going to be our red beacon. It is going to be Henrietta Peterson. Peterson making her way down into the finish. A massive ride on for Peterson going in through the line, and a ride on, if we've already given one, to Emma from Full Speed Events, who goes in and through quickly on to easing off in the run down. So as our red beacon makes their way in, that means it's time for me to say thank you very much for joining us for the Women's Only Wednesday Chain Gang. Please do give us a follow. Every follow helps. I know it sounds crazy, but the more of you that follow us, the better job we can do of bringing this, because we are able to devote more resources. It is really, really crazy, but every follow counts, every like counts, but the follows are the thing that's important. Follow us on social media. It's at Matt Fix the Pain and at Biking Emma and at Full Speed Events. Please remember to do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's helpful too, but the important thing, give us a follow. Share it with your friends. Get riders on board. We want to see more riders on the WOW. We've helped a lot of people into racing. It's great to see them all racing on a Tuesday. We want the next set of riders to get ready to get out there. Let's get them on the WOW on the Wednesday. We'll be back next Wednesday, 6:15 GMT in Wartopia for the Volcano After Party, a true classic of the Women Only Wednesday Chain Gang. Join me, Matt Payne, join Emma, join no doubt our Yellow Beat today. Tracy will be back with us as well. Come and join us all on the WOW. But from me, Matt Payne, stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.